Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to Let's Talk Friday. I am your host, Joiners. And tonight, I am blessed to actually have two guests with me because of the hot topic that we have tonight. We're going to start with, it's always ladies first. Kindly introduce yourself.
I can actually give it up to the man. Gentleman, you can introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you, Angela. Okay, good evening, our viewers. I'm Chesh Kennedy, a resident of Kasama.
Okay, our sister now.
Okay, this is Angela Chewe, a resident of Kasama.
And I'm a resident of
Nigeria.
Okay, so tonight I bring you another interesting topic, women and beer drinking. It's become a very new norm in our generation where it's normal for a woman to drink without being judged. Kindly like the video and share it with people, and as well as drop your comments on this topic as we go on a short break.
Lono Studios cares about your memories, and what better way to keep your memories than having pictures and videos. As Lono Studios, we cover events such as weddings, kitchen parties, chilanga mulilo, birthday parties, as well as corporate events. If you are looking for quality pictures and videos for such events, look no further than Lono Studios. Visit and like our Facebook page at Lono ZM.
Welcome back. Keep the comments coming. I'm going to read them. I'm going to start with, since he introduced himself first, Mr. Chileshe.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you one question. Do you drink beer?
No.
Why?
It's a choice that I've made not to start drinking. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. How about you, Angela?
I drink beer actually.
And why?
Yeah, I drink beer because it's a choice that I made. I'll stop when I feel like there's no need, but right now there's need for me to drink beer.
Oh wow. I'll be doing it. It's a crossover. I want to be hearing both points of views. You said it's a choice that you've made not to drink beer. Can you allow your woman to actually take alcohol?
I can't.
Why?
Since I'm not drinking, as long as we are going to be together, I can't allow that. But if you are not together, she has the right to do that.
Okay, if you're not together, but you're dating her.
Yeah, she can. But again, if you look at the effects of alcohol, that is the reason I cannot allow my woman to be drinking.
Oh wow!
I just lost a potential husband.
A potential husband, I know.
On the public television, Lono TV.
How about you, Angela? Can you allow your partner to actually take alcohol?
Well, in my case, I think drinking alcohol is actually not a crime. It's not a problem. What becomes a problem is what comes out when you're drinking, because beer, I don't know, maybe with others, but like myself, I take beer as a how can I put it? Because I take beer when I have something to celebrate. You know, I know I'm a jovial person, but there are times when we just meet as friends, after we achieve something. At that moment, we have a few drinks and we drink. And I wouldn't tell my partner not to drink. I can only ask my partner not to drink if I see that alapenanga no walo. Yeah. Yeah.
On what basis is beer drinking considered as reasons for drinking by women?
Mostly, some who just decided who decide to say, okay, let me start drinking alcohol. Some will say, no, I'll be drinking when I have a party, something like that. Others, it may be they had something that made them to start drinking, like they were disappointed. And at the end of the day, they will say, I think let me start taking alcohol. Maybe it will help me to forget about the disappointment and the problems that I'm going through. So there are different reasons to why women or even men start taking beer.
How about you? Is that basis, on what basis is beer drinking considered as reasons for drinking by a woman?
By a woman, honestly, if I cannot say there is this particular basis. There are some people who started drinking beer as young as 14 years old. Some it's because of the background, the upbringing. Maybe they're coming from a home where parents did not have a problem with their children taking alcohol in their house. Like I was saying, if there's a celebration, let's say it's Christmas Day. Now, you know, what basis can we say? It's because of the house that they are coming from. And then for other people, it's like what Mr. Kennedy has said. Some people started drinking beer after they got the shock of their life. You know, they thought, I'll feel better. You know, when actually it's not even the case. I must say, it's not even the case. Tomorrow when I wake up, I will find my problems waiting for me. Some people started drinking beer because of influence. Maybe they are in a group where they have friends that drink beer, and then after the joy that they bring out is something that has never been seen. So they only manage to bring out that joy when they're drunk. And there's some people who admire that. They're like, okay, I think I know in England no bwalwa. Fine bachi so maybe mgabaisa no bwalwa tubashana special man, you know. So he might admire, he might be influenced, like, okay, I think I should taste beer. And there are other people who started drinking beer because of they just thought, okay, maybe beer is just nice, you know, without any proper basis. And up to now they're still drinking. So there are so many different reasons. But for women, it's quite wide. I cannot just say, I can't just depend on one basis, but there are so many, including what I've mentioned. Yeah.
Okay. Looking at it as something that brings out joy in people, for stress and everything, it has side effects, mentally, physically, you know, spiritually, socially. And I think I would love you people to outline some of the effects that alcohol brings out in women in these areas I've mentioned.
Okay, thank you for that question. Looking at, let me start with mentally. So we see how alcohol tends to affect people. So you are going to find that this person who has taken alcohol, he will be somehow mentally disturbed. The judgment and how that person is going to be making decision will differ from a normal person who has not taken beer. So like for someone who has children at home, then she goes home drunk, then she will not care if her children have eaten or not, because the decision that she's making different from how she can make decision, how she can care for the children. So the decisions tend to differ when someone is drunk.
Let me cut you short. But what if she just drinks a bit and they're able to maintain their mental stability, they're able to do things correctly?
Okay, that is not a problem, like Angela said. If someone can just drink, not like she's drunk where she cannot even think of anything good, then that is fine, because she still have that mind where she can make good decisions, even to feed her children. So if she takes it, or maybe just take a little, then that is fine. I think with
You've
me,
agreed, it's fine.
Yeah, that one is fine. But where in a case where someone is drunk, bala musenda nokumusenda fedi mipachi bala yosi. So taking a little, I think for me it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, at least he has finally agreed, you know.
Then maybe
Me, I take a little, so that's fine. Huh? I can be wife material.
but you should
I just
be
take a little.
a little.
Just
But
a
you should
little.
be drinking when you are not home.
No,
By
when
the
I'm-
time you come home, I shouldn't smell the.
that's agreed.
Okay, that's on mentally. What do you have to say about alcohol effects on someone's mental stability?
I think Mr. Kennedy has highlighted most of the points, and what I can just add on to that is that the mental stability of a person should not be tempered with when you get drunk. I think one thing that people should know is that know your level. Like, okay, nganafika pale hii level, I'm not supposed to exceed up to a certain amount. You know, once like myself, I know that if I take 3 bottles of breezer, chaba family in chaba activated, you know.
Mood activated.
Exactly. Mood ila feel activated, therefore feel kushana. You know, I can even dance to a sound of water. I mean, I start dancing, you know. That's how I am, and I know. Oh, okay. So if akaka kushana kambo kuisanambo kukolo, and I'm supposed to know, because you know, beer is on stages. I wish I came with a picture. I have a picture where what not go to the resort to change wafika ko pali bottle, wafika ko like that, like it changes, the mood changes like that. So do not allow your mental stability to be affected because of beer. Of course, let it be affected whilst you can control yourself. Otherwise, I've seen parents who go home drunk. Nash pitemiso abasunda. That's what bacham kuno bwana nash pitemiso. That means the mental stability abuela luvana due to beer drinking. And then another thing that I can also talk about is I've seen women wakwevati na baya mkuno bwalwa. Diyabare isa mkuwela panganda tawakweta na makaya kwikato mwinko. Tawakweta na makaya kuchite chiri chonse. You know, they are so drunk that they cannot even remember what happened. Elongabana kash, they become so vulnerable when they are drunk because anything can happen. You know, there are people who drink. Partners babo. For example, I've seen partners that drink. Uma nakasha alanwa, uma umetanwa. Ba sweetie ba ishono kweshwata akanga kakolwaka. Nemu ni nadi shefi yakasenda. If you can, if you have such a lovely partner, drink in their presence. Do not drink when they are not there because you know yourself that you cannot handle your bad behavior when you're drunk. So it's just important to monitor yourself. I think the earlier you need to monitor yourself.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah.
And physically.
Okay. Physically. So like we are saying, if someone takes a little of alcohol, physically he or she will be okay. But if someone takes more, like in the street, when you go in the streets, you find people who drink excessively, and you'll be able to say this person drinks. Why? It's because of their appearance. So you find that even time to keep themselves well, takwava. So you find that every time in the morning someone is already drunk. So you find that person's body will not be healthy. Even when you go to the hospital, they will advise you not to be drinking. You see, and there are some people who become addicted in such a way that even if when they are not drunk, they will be shivering like. So their body will not be the way God made that body. So you find that there will be different changes. You find that the lips maybe. Yeah. So so like I said, you drink little alcohol. So but for those who drink excessively, you find them okay, so
I think that has brought out a question. You know, is there any recommended beers for women? And why are those recommended?
Is that for me to answer?
Any.
Okay,
Take it.
let me pick it first. I cannot honestly say no. Right now it's a Friday. If we went to if we went to Legacy today, we'll find women now black label, and you know people say that black label that's what they say. And when you tell them, girl, but anyway, type nine. You know, there is no recommended beer. Personally, I only take breezer or any natural sweet wine.
Ciders.
Yeah, because na Savannah inside the but Savannah, yeah, they do that. You know, I don't take bitter beer. You get it. So I cannot say those are the best alcohol for women. It depends when a woman can even take Jameson. I've got friends that take Jameson. Probably a bottle eka. But you find them still, you know, still content and still they're able to you know, protect themselves. They're able to take control of themselves. It's just when we if you in Africa, I think control. How do I behave? How do I handle myself when I'm drunk? There's maybe for example, mosi when we ningeonwa. Ngola muna tinenga na mosi ibili. Ndamfakwa tirimbi ila adida bukariya. So stop that beer because one day ukarufianya. So it's about discovering yourself, you know. Discover yourself, which beer is best suitable for me and which beer. I'm sure people are watching me from church. Bye.
Okay, I think let me read some of the comments that we have, so I'll go on a short break. Okay, so we have a comment from Favor Vigirio. It says, it's not right for a woman to be taking alcohol, especially if she is married and she is a mother. What picture will she be showing to the children, and will she have enough time to take care of the husband? This is the more reason why we're seeing many deaths and marriages broken. Anthony from Lusaka. All right, thank you so much. Ntembe Patricia Njovu Siamasumo, watching from Mazabuka. It's good, but Mazabuka is also watching.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Raf Piri. Great show. I, for one, would not marry a woman who drinks alcohol. As for a woman, there are many things that cause them to start drinking. One of them is peer pressure. Favor Vigirio, watching you live from Lusaka. I see you, Mr. Kennedy, my former schoolmate. Shout out. Hazardo, watching with my bae and drinking bows. And we're happy. Okay, so keep the comments coming. We'll get back to you shortly after this break.
Great news from Lono Studios, a safe place for entertainment, advertisement, broadcasting, and social interaction. You can now advertise your goods and services on Lono TV at a very affordable price. You know publicity makes a good business stand out. You can get yourself a TV advert, radio advert, Lono TV Facebook page post, TV program sponsor shout out. Remember, at a very affordable price. You can also digitalize your business by subscribing to our digital marketing packages so as to advertise your business on social media platforms and websites, e.g. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. You can subscribe to a bronze package, silver package, or golden package and get yourself that social media business boost. More followers, more customers, more sales. Lono Studios, we are here to show the world what you have while you sit back and do your business. Come show the world the beauty of your products and services.
Welcome back. Keep the comments coming. We're going to read each and every comment that you're going to write here. Okay, so we're still on the effects of alcohol on women. We go on social life. How does it affect a woman's social life?
I go first. Okay.
Any can start.
So socially, so what we are talking about in here, we are mostly talking about those who are drinking excessively. But for those who are taking little, it's good. Some of them, you hear them say, no, I'm social when I'm...
I just love the way you're coming out to those that take little, you know?
Yeah.
That's a icing on the cake.
Sure. So, but for those who take excessively, these are the people that we see even they fail to take care of the children. And in the communities where they live, you find that when she's drunk, she will start insulting the community, including the community leader.
Yes.
The one who allows her to be in that community. So socially, if someone drinks excessively, it will affect the community and the people especially she's living with. Even men, you find that like I can give an example. Me, I grew up in a family where my dad used to drink. And whenever he's coming home, we will just hear him singing. You see, then you'll be able to tell, oh, that is now coming. That is 22. So socially, it affects, and the effects come to the people around that person. Because these are the people that go through a lot. So you find that if it is at home, when she comes drunk and she's making noise, there are pupils there. They'll be failing to study. So it's quite bad for those who drink excessively.
Okay.
And just to add on a little, I also grew up in a home where my dad used to drink. And the reason why I knew the village where I come from, I knew at a very tender age, is because every time my father gets drunk, he will call all of us. Kuma 19 uko baisa chewe so ikalapa mwansa so ikalapa chanda chungu bwalya ngosa, sit down here. Then you start asking us questions one by one. Iwe ushakumushkumwenu nikuisa. Then you say akumushkumwesu nkuchinsari pamushpava nani. You say niba nani ba chief aba kumushkumwesu. You say everything banoko niba nani. And we knew that whenever that comes, you start asking us those very questions. He never used to make noise. I'm not defending beer drinking. Whether we like it or not, we will never run away from the fact that people are drinking. And what we just need to tell them is how to conduct themselves when they are drunk. My father never used to make noise. Of course, he will sing. And he will force us to sing. And for me, being the only girl at that time, he would even tell me, you know. I can't lie, growing up when I was young, that was nice. You know, we even knew that what doesn't get some kushana. And you know what he would do is that used to be nice. I can't say that was bad. That was nice about my dad. But I've seen parents who, when they are drunk, insele konso koko wale fuma iteta na bachena abantu wale baleta fale na bebemia. That is not right. Iyoni shinomba, your social life is now being affected because of your beer drinking. Nobody wants to socialize with a person that insults. Nobody wants to, for example, I'll give a typical example. This is something that we know, which is trending. We saw how Sheizo, is it Sheizo or Shaizi, how he behaved. Yeah. You know, that is not acceptable. Then if you behave like that, then beer is not for you. That is so embarrassing. That already his social life is affected. Yeah, he likes it or not, he doesn't feel good about how people are saying, the memes they've made. So why can't you control yourself? If you cannot stop drinking beer, I'm giving this advice. If you know that better stop. If you can't stop, control yourself. You go and rest, or you enjoy the rest of the day with the 2 beers. Otherwise, it's really bad. We've seen very, very sad situations.
Okay, yeah. How about economically and spiritually? How does it get affected, you know?
Okay, so economically, so you agree with me to say those people who drink, I'll give an example. Some who have a 20 kwacha, maybe this person have a 20 kwacha, then they would decide to buy a beer which is costing maybe 15 kwacha, and at home there is no food. So economically, that person is denying children to have good food at home. Then when it comes to productivity, we have seen a lot of people being drunk early in the morning. what time is that person going to work? How is he or she going to produce things that is going to help him or her? So economically, it is going to affect individuals and families of those people who are drinking excessively. But for those who are maybe after work, then they take one bottle of beer. That is fine, because what they are doing, they have already done the work. And at the end of the day, that's when they are going to have one bottle. Then to the people, whatever that my beneficiaries of that person. So these are the people that are going to suffer mostly, especially the children. So in a case where someone is just drinking, is failing to provide school fees for the children, is failing to provide necessary things for the children that they can be able to sustain themselves. So economically, they are denying their children access to education.
Okay, I think the part where you said people are able to work and after work, that's when they drink. I think after going through and getting people's views, there's a video that I would like the viewers to actually watch.
Nomba kwati bafuwe kwati wacho ruchero na isafino fine ne munenzi ku market ndesha na inu kwa pakwenuka napita na shitaka mona ayano fina fine nalala shitukiri omuntu shide mukulomba lomba nde iwombera bushebe tunanda tuwala wali nkwatiro obwafya ife awo ni shubwala tabunkwatsiri obwafya
ngachako bati bala nako panono bati bala kwanisha okushita provide fiance fya panganda
awo fiance we fwaya ne fya kutatala no panono tova fya bana mayo bayichindike na batusebanya bambe balenda no bwamba kukana ikala pamayanda tati bafunda no muntu nani benga funda mlando wako no bwalwa.
What do you have to say about women and beer drinking, looking at it as the new normal?
Yeah, it has been so common for ladies especially, even students inclusive. But it's not a good move, especially that women are not supposed to be drinking as men.
Kwa kunwana mayo nokulinga nimuka ukanwina sana mukutira nwe panono maironwe panono elishero wa mufukulwa
mukwaine shitemeno nangu fe panono kuli bana mayo bantu ifwe bana mayo nifwe bana nkokofukatila bana teti nifwe tuleno obwalwa careless elo kaidi nifwe tuchire bashitata ngaba kulasunga bana ni bani ine kwena ninkana bana mayo na tuisunge elo especially kubana abanono abakashana eko chichilile fwe bakulu at least
abafwa ke nangu anu obwarati alala fyo mwineka kama omwaume neti umwana kashi
so mwamena obwala kutyanwa
ityanwa ngale nwafe obusuma ku bantu neti alepanga echongo
ofyo ningalanda poine kairi bana mayo obwalo ate ulifyo bwino kana bashitata nabo baleno obwalo
batata ba James mulano obwalwa
awe nshinwa
tibasumnisha ba mama okuno obwalwa
teti ngacho yengalina chinshine mwa menshinwa.
It's a two-way thing. Some are against, some are actually on it. Okay, getting back to us now. Spiritually, how does one get affected? How does a woman, to be specific?
Okay, thank you very much. On the spiritual aspect, like I was trying to say, beer is not for everyone. You know, we've seen a lot of people that actually go to church. Some are even leaders. Some even stand in front to preach. But the question is, where does that person drink that beer from, and what is their behavior at the end of the day? Because we can't run away from this fact that we know of certain priests, certain pastors that drink beer. But tawakasangepo tawo pastor wale twali bomfa wale tukana after banu obwalwa or wale ba father twali bomfa wale tukana after banu obwalwa. I think it's about how you conduct yourself. You know, this is what I was saying. Beer is taken for different reasons. Some people take beer as a relaxer. Some it helps them for digestion purposes. So obwalwa should not be abused. Okay, the Bible is quite controversial, and because Bible mean, if you tell somebody about beer drinking, well, about yes, into wine, it means there is no problem. Other people will quote a scripture for you to say, unwe but we kolwa. I don't know if you've heard this.
I have.
Yes, you can drink, but do not get drunk. Meaning, where the problem comes in spiritually is where you get drunk, you lose yourself, you lose your mind, you forget who you are, because some people forget who they are. It's kusangati fefine wakolwa wambo kutukana. Of course we know kutukana wambo kuchitef shiringi then shuri afuma kuchenso chakwalesa. But if you're able to still take care of yourself when you're drunk, you still have your senses when it comes to speaking, to addressing people, then well and good. Ngatachilia kufanya pachenso chakwalesa, then it's okay. But ngatachilia kufanya kuchenso chakwalesa, then you're not fit for beer.
So it's possible to actually have you drinking under control.
Exactly. You can be drinking under control.
And
also it also depends also on maybe the places where you're drinking from.
Okay.
Because sometimes what influences people's behavior is the environment where they're drinking from. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay. Thank you. So on the spiritual aspect, maybe let me just quote one verse or two, then I'll explain myself. So like in the book of Ephesians 5 verse 18, Paul is encouraging the people of Ephesians not to take alcohol, but rather be filled with the Holy Spirit. So this is where we are seeing other people who say, no, if I get drunk, that's when I have that joy, that's when I have that happiness. So Paulo aleko sele shokula nati, let's get drunk with the Holy Spirit. If we go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 verse 11, the Bible is clearly stating to say, you are doomed. You get up early in the morning to start drinking, and you spend long evenings getting drunk. What does that mean? Meaning beer is bad. And in some scriptures, you find that they will say drunkards, adulterers will not inherit the kingdom of God. Mm-hmm. You get that? So spiritually, it's really bad to take alcohol. And some, like Angela said, will say, no, in the Bible there are scriptures that said we should take a little wine. And yes, there is that scripture. I've just forgotten it. It says, for the sake of your stomach, take little wine. I don't know what kind of problems. Yes, I don't know what kind of problems do we have now with our stomachs. So, but basically, spiritually, it's bad.
But again, spiritually, it advises you to take a little bit of wine.
So
yeah. I'm going to ask this question. Is there a difference between a drunkard and just someone who drinks?
There is.
What's the difference?
The difference is that me, I'm not a drunkard.
But you drink.
Yeah, but I drink.
Okay.
And if I was to be given powers by a friend of mine who is a drunkard, no, but otherwise in name should mention that my friend like this and that, or somebody I know and their name is like this, they are drunkards. So now I'm from Bible for Chile.
What's the difference?
The difference is simple. Okay, I think Lono Studios program, you know what, we need to talk about few things about the Bible. The Bible is a little bit controversial. I'm a Christian. I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and I believe in his resurrection. But there are certain things that I question. It's the same Bible. It's saying take a little wine, and then it's saying
it's good for your stomach.
Exactly, it's good for the stomach. You know, I think that I'm requesting, and I should be on that panel to have such, not a debate but a discussion.
Okay, and Angela. So when we look at the Bible, when they mention a wine and the alcohol which we are currently taking, there are two different things.
My dear, since
so I think that
drink,
would be
Kennedy, you don't drink. Kennedy, you don't drink. But I can assure you, I take wine. And wine makes me tipsy. And then, what's the difference between me that takes wine and somebody that takes mosi, wants to be tipsy? You've seen the Bible? You seen that difference?
So I think that, as you said, that is
It's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when we talk about the
question.
natural wine, it's quite different from these fermented ones.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
maybe-
I think you touched a part where you said why you're drinking from also matters. Is it advisable for women to drink from clubs and bars, or it's okay for them to just drink from home, chilled, you just feel good, you sleep?
Okay, take that one up. Personally, I drink from home. I should, yeah. I'm proud, Yeah, I drink from home. And when I'm celebrating something, I go with my friends to party.
Places, for example?
Yes, places, for example. In Kasama, we have very few places where we go to. If maybe you go with your friends and you're celebrating maybe a birthday, for example, obviously malam kuno wako na pachikokola, legacy and shiny, but like, because that's a celebration. But like on my own, the way I take my beer, I'll drink from home. Gana komboka, my job is cooking. I cook for a living. So my shom timola kava, umlando wakasana kumbabula. So ngana inuka fila ndafwana nako ka glass ka wine. Yeah.
Okay, I think let me read the comments to go on a last break, and then we come to conclude. This topic is fire. It's so fire that we will talk about it just the whole night, and questions will just be coming, and answers as well. Okay, so let me read the comments that we have. So we have a comment from Chibuta. It says, beer makes people feed families and pay school fees for their children. Think of people that are into business of beer. Chibuta has also mentioned Governor Chambeshi. Iweka Keni. Tunwafia nove.
Mamizara.
No problem for the Chibuta.
Iweka Keni tunwafia nove. Chibuta. Uwalo busuma. Sauchi watching, thank you so much. Nkumbu Kilikoi watching you, my friend. Nice topic. Okay, thank you so much. We're going on a short break, and just keep the comments coming, keep the questions coming. We're going to read them.
Lono Studios cares about your memories, and what better way to keep your memories than having pictures and videos. As Lono Studios, we cover events such as weddings, kitchen parties, chilanga mulilo, birthday parties, as well as corporate events. If you are looking for quality pictures and videos for such events, look no further than Lono Studios. Visit and like our Facebook page at Lono ZM.
Coming back, welcome back, you see. Now you want me to talk about school, I want to pocket it up and to telephone direct. Okay, so coming to relationship wise, he said he can't allow his girlfriend to drink because he doesn't drink, and you said it's okay for your partner to drink, you can't restrict them. Can a relationship work out between a man who does not drink and a woman who does? And if so, how?
Okay, I want to take.
I think let me start with the sober one.
No, the sober one.
Start with the sober one. Mr. Chileshe. Okay, sweetheart.
Okay, thank you. So it depends with the person or the person you are with. So you find that you have agreed to say, okay, inequity na anwako, then this person doesn't drink. So it depends on how you relate to one another. So, to me, I would say, no, my girlfriend shouldn't be taking alcohol. It's my decision. But if I decided to say, okay, she can take, it's fine, I'm comfortable with that, then it's okay. But if that person is not comfortable, it's not okay. So that's why in a relationship, we decide to be in a relationship with someone we have some common things in us. So if Angela na mwabati hao inaishi kwa kunwa, she will say, okay, kanshi, since I want to be drinking, nala sumina kole, yeah. So it's depend on the mutual understanding between a man and a woman. So I cannot say it cannot work or it can work. So it can work or not, depending on how you relate with one another.
The question is, can a relationship work between a non-drinker and a woman that drinks, or vice versa?
Yeah. Okay.
I like the response that Banakulu gave in that short video clip. Okay, like, I'm just trying to be real. Like, we've seen a lot of girls that don't drink. We've seen that some girls that drink. Some are even married to men that don't drink. Anyway, that was a joke. Okay, a relationship.
It's actually not a joke. It's true. That's the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. It is actually. But let me get to this point.
Yeah.
It can work. I think like personally, a man comes to me, I will not hide that in Shinwa. I'm not good at pretending, because I can pretend to them my baby, you know, I can't manage to pretend. So when a man comes to ask me out, they'll obviously ask, do you drink? I'll tell them, yes, I do. Do you drink? No, I don't drink. Okay, so can you manage to date a woman that drinks? No problem, as long as most of them say, as long as you drink when you are with me. And there are men that are just comfortable like that. Ulina vena ba dadu renwa vena baleshana fye bana mkukushtira na wikala fefilia bale umfafe wino filafini. Some even encourage baby lo tamle wako, you know, because they love the spirit that they see in you when you're a little bit tipsy like that. So a relationship can work. What can only make it not to work is maybe obviously the behavior. Like I think I've been talking about behavior, conduct after you get drunk.
Yeah, that actually brings in this question: is beer drinking by women connected to immorality? Because most people that we actually had conversations with actually pointed out, most of them, to say when a woman is drunk, they don't have that self-conscious or self-control. Anything can happen. They tend to behave anyhow. And it's that a woman is a respected being created by God. How is that immorality connected to?
Okay, that one is also a little bit more broad and it's wide, and it's not something that I can say, no, it's not true. I can actually attest to that. I've seen some women who, when they get drunk, they become wild. There's some women that become wild. You know, there's some women who nganwa mufyakolwafye. Alifu afya wakumutonya kwevele. Yeah. We've seen women like that. I've seen women like that. When they are drunk, you know, this is why some of these things, as much as we talk about them like this, it's something that we cannot run away from. The devil has really taken charge, and people are drinking beer like no man's business, and when they get drunk, they forget who they are. We've seen men achisafe winom club anwa fye kanofyanga takupitire fye kasket alefu ayeka takwenshi bokos. You know, so that already is immorality of its highest, I don't know highest what. Highest. Yes. So beer, truly, to some people, it causes them to go into unwanted sex. You know, some even get pregnant. Because some people lose conscious. Whether they used protection, they don't know. They can't remember anything. So I was saying, if you're my sister, my brother, just stop. You know, there are men who walk out, Aris and the ghetto, Aris and the ghetto. We've seen those on memes. Because they've come back to their normal senses, and they're like, did I just sleep with this person? You know, so immorality kuri bambire ngira fesana. And if you are such a one, please just stop drinking beer. Chamanga on wife, one for okay, go for fiakwana. Now kwata mona mano piamo.
Now, do you know the problem with alcohol? the more you drink, the more you want to drink more.
No, then you don't have control.
Then you don't have
then,
control.
then you should stop drinking. Then you don't even know what you drink for. Because some of us do not feel either I just want to, just loosen a little bit. This is what natural and that I cannot finish a 6-pack of breezer. If I'm to do that, better na not tatunga. Niku place snatch na not tatu tunga. Therefore, kumfofia toke ningola. La nuna kunga ndani bedroom mwanzi. Where whatever happen, I'm alone. Nobody will be like, finish your chitkoko. Yeah. So kuipendela. Walisha no kushati nenga na not tatu 4. If I've got big eyes. They are the best sign when I'm getting drunk. They are big, but when I'm getting tips, yarambo shrinka. Immediately I know that I need to go and sleep. So kuipima. Otherwise, immorality and even right now as we speak, there people have already started engaging in immorality behavior because now banwamo.
Okay, congratulations.
Yeah, so like Angela said, what is important is knowing yourself. Knowing how much alcohol I should take. Because you find that someone is drunk and they are mentally disturbed, so to say. And whatever happens, they don't know. They will just realize when it's done. You see? So once you know yourself to say, okay, I can drink at least 2-3, then you go to sleep. You not indulge yourself into immorality. But you find that some men you even know to say, okay, if I go with her, I know 3-5, then it should not be difficult for me to sleep with her.
Yeah.
You see?
Exactly.
Take advantage.
Because when you are in your normal sense, they know to say you are not going to accept that. But so what they will do is they will buy you alcohol. After you are drunk, then they can do whatever they want to do with you. So it promotes, I can agree to say it promotes immorality to some extent.
Okay, there's a question which has come in. It's quite funny. And I think you'll be in the position to answer this question since you take wine. Wine.
Oh, I'm trying to imagine what that question is.
The question that has come in, let me ask this one. Does wine make women sexually active? Because I think 3/4 of them that take wine will go like, if I take wine, it's wild.
Okay. Honestly, up to now, like to be very, very honest, I started drinking beer in 2017. Kachinga my is younger, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 5 years ago. If I was to say, inenga nanwa wine in perfume, I would lie. I don't know about other ladies. I don't know about other women. Wine doesn't. In fact, because
mostly they say say red wines. That's one.
That's what I take.
Okay.
I take a lot of red wine. Currently, I even have a bottle of Robertson red wine, natural sweet red. Maybe I need someone to touch my boo boo. Takwava. Ineka tuishi inenwafe to get excited like wow twashana unga kuimba kaifambinga twakolwa nena na voice irafuma. So if Newman, if you want to feature me, just know that when I'm drunk a bit ndemba. So that's why that's how it does to me. Otherwise I cannot confirm that beer makes women sexually active, or rather red wine makes women sexually active. Nah, it's just an excuse. It's a lame excuse. Okay,
I think let me read the last comment so that you can give the conclusion to the people. Mwila Mlengas Kazwe says Chilufya come and here kuno boy Chibuta Wanshi babi kile konga bubi. Chibute this evening. I shout out to you. Okay, so what are your last comments?
My last comments. Okay, thank you, viewers. You have heard what we have talked about alcohol, and it's you to make a choice. You have to decide for yourself. No one can decide for you. Even Christ gave us a choice to choose life or death. So no one is going to force you to stop drinking beer. No one. It's a person's choice. If you want, you can continue. If you want, you can drink excessively. But I will encourage you, if you cannot stop, then try to reduce.
My sister here.
Thank you very much. My dear sister, my dear brother watching me right now, I want to remind you of this, that every time you take that, especially that strong beer, just know that you're reducing the lifespan of your liver. Even as much as we want to be excited about beer, but be conscious that your liver is being eaten up because of that beer that you're taking. If you cannot stop, like he has said, possibly reduce on your intake, take very little, or stop. Because I know, because there are times I've stayed 1 year in Mbina, so it's beer is not something that is a must-have for me, so I can easily stop. So please just be mindful. You know, a lot of people die because of beer drinking. Matibi, liver problem. People die because of beer. And how can you allow something that you can actually avoid to kill you? Think about it.
Okay, so back to Bachileshe, because I think that's Sumina. I'll ask you one more time. Can you allow your partner to drink beer? Or you still stand on your answer?
I still stand. I cannot allow.
Okay.
So,
what can you do if you are to find that the love of your life, you can't even breathe? You can't stop thinking about how, you know, she's leads for yourself. Or a glass wine.
Still, I can't allow that.
Okay, you can love them.
If she is truly the love of my life, then she can stop. Because that's what I want.
But you know, let me remind you, because you're still searching. You cannot come in my life and just tell me, Angela, I will not.
So that's why I was
there
saying.
And then. But if you help me, you understand me. Okay,
yeah,
baby,
because
Monen.
of the love.
Yeah, Monen. Okay, I know you love your beer. But I think the next time for me, I'm teaching you never in this case.
Okay, so then you don't want to stop. Then we should part.
I think this conversation.
Yeah, but if you can agree to say, okay, little by bit I'll be changing, then it's fine.
This conversation, thank you. Little by little I'll
Thank
be changing.
Thank you.
I think that's the final answer.
Yeah.
Okay, I think everything has been said. Most of the things have been said. At the end of the day, alcohol is a drug, and we get addicted. So it's a personal choice that you have to make, whether to drink it excessively. It's your your health is at stake. So it's all up to you. We haven't said beer is good or it's bad. The choice is yours to
By
make.
the way, do you drink?
Partly.
Okay.
Partly. It's a two-way thing. It depends, just like you. Okay, I think we've had a wonderful evening, and until next time, it's bye-bye from us.
Thank you for hosting us.
You're welcome.
Bye.
We show you how the face of Kasama has changed each and every moment. Our production crew has now advanced in streaming live in full HD up to 4K. Lono Studios is well equipped for the service. We have 4K cameras for high resolution, DJI drone for aerial view, live streaming video switcher, gimbal for smooth rotation of an object, and many more equipments. You can book us for live streaming to render your services in sport activities, church services, road shows, corporate meetings and workshops, social gatherings, and many more adventure activities. Book your session now on 0973-173461. Visit or like our Facebook page at